So, of course, with all that said, I'm sure you understand my great regret that I will have to consider the Cardinal's deal over yours, and uh, purely from strategic reasons. And he just kind of like smiles and gives you a wink.
Mm-hmm. Well, we unfortunately, if you don't mind, may have to leave our recently acquired war galley in your harbor for, I don't know, quite a long time. We'll come back for it maybe eventually. But is it all right with you if we just leave it here for now?
Oh, certainly. We would, if you are interested, be willing to pay you for use of said galley in the event that we need to blow something up.
Oh, well, it's no good to me just sitting in the harbor. That I think would be very agreeable.
Oh, very good. What say you to some 5,000 marks?
Tell you what, that sounds pretty nice. But it's so hard to get into Grey Harbor these days, what with the flags and everything. We brought a lot of goods in. But if we want to bring goods in the future, it might be difficult. Do you understand?
Of course.
So maybe something so that we can get back into the city without being accosted by your admittedly lovely captain. Is he still here?
Oh yeah, he is. He's smoking a cigar, kind of like leaning up against the wall. And he says, "Of course. Well, I think that this conversation is the start to a profitable acquaintanceship between the two of us. I will, in seriousness, have to consult with the High Captains before we give you any official clearance in that regard.
Of course.
But you intend to linger in the city for a couple of days. Come back and meet with you once you've done whatever business you've decided to do here. And we can talk about that.
In the meantime, we have 70 people who don't have a home.
Oh, of course, they are welcome here. This is the Free Isle. All men are free here, and there are plenty of places where they can find work if they require it.
And what would it cost to give them housing until they have?
We have a handful of shacks around that have a rotating group of people until we can put together some more. That's kind of how things go around here. It's not uncommon that we have ships full of ex-slaves.
I'm sure that half a share of 5,000 marks can get something in the city.
Oh,
I would think.
That's awfully generous as well.
Well, so disappointed that you're considering the Cardinals' offer, but thank you for your consideration, and of course for the docking of our galley.
Of course.
If there's nothing else, I think we shall go retire and take care of our wares.
Of course, there is a fine establishment across the river from here called the Thirsty Deserter. It's a good place to drink, and we'll send over our pay for your galley to there.
Wonderful.
Wunderbar.
Well, until we meet again, it was a interesting conversation.
Whip off my big bright feathery hat, do a little bow, and whoop, back on the head and walk away.
Well,
Right. And Kyrie waves to you, Robin, and gives you a smile.
I'll wave back and say something nice and carrot.
Something nice.
Yeah.
Just
whatever.
all right.
Whatever that may be.
It was lovely to meet you. I hope we meet again. Did I get the idea that she was like mute, or did she have some sort of like mystical reason for writing everything down?
You don't think she had any mystical reason,
Okay.
so probably mute.
That's a fairly common punishment on the sea, right? Rip your tongue out.
Yeah. Especially for slaves. Cutting out a slave's tongue. They don't need it.
Yeah.
It's not like slaves are supposed to be talking.
All right.
Who do they have
Yeah.
to talk to?
Exactly.
So as we leave, just like, sorry, 5,000 marks seemed a little low, but that, I don't know. It's a tricky situation.
Yeah. Don't worry.
I mean, we got a way to get back in.
It's not bad. That just, I know that's not nearly what it's worth, but whatever.
No.
I'm confused. Did we sell it to him or did we rent it to him? I guess we'll find out.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a topic for another time, I think.
Yeah.
If we ever come back for it, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I
my
think
guess is
there's definitely an argument to be made that like we sold you 5,000 marks worth of this ship.
Yeah, it's,
If you ever
we didn't write anything
want
down.
it for some reason. No, it was a very verbal exchange.
I'm sure the nature of it will depend on how friendly we are in the future.
Oh, almost certainly. That's about as I mean, like, this city maybe has laws, air quotes, but like they're laws in the sense that people are like, oh, okay, yeah, we verbally agree on this.
Okay, so I know that we played nice in there, but do we want to find out where they're sleeping and maybe they all die of electrocution in the sleep? What do you think?
I don't think that's a great way to make friends with our admiral here.
Yeah.
I do think we should
Dibs?
make sure we don't get fried in our sleep. Or stabbed. Probably stabbed.
Understand.
Yes, I think that.
I think we should take better effort in hiding our orb.
Oh my god, we use that as a fucking waystone now, don't we?
Yep. I mean, you have like a little cover for it.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're so pissed at you, Mr. Dibs.
Oh, did you see them? They look
Ah,
right at
that
my
was
sword.
great. That was honestly, that's how I kept my cool, just watching those knights.
Yeah, it kind of made it easier to know how much we were making them angry. So they might try and reclaim this sword. I kind of told them have at it.
Well, let them try.
That's what I said.
All right, so
And the only thing I can think of is, do we want to make it look like we're leaving in a huff, just so that they don't try to come storm our ship at night? And then just like leave harbor?
Maybe. We could do that, depending on how quickly we can... I mean, we have some goods to sell.
Yeah.
And we don't even know where this place is yet.
Right. We're supposed to bump into some ruffian at some point. Probably at the thirsty deserter, I'm guessing.
Right. Let's go do some business and get some drinks.
Well, yeah. Let's go double security on the ship. Send Doomy out to start selling, and then go get it. You guys will go get wasted, and I'll watch.
Oh, and are you gonna have the slaves get off the ship and
Yeah, I'm assuming that we figured something
explain
out.
to them the whole situation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, you go back to to your ship in the galley there with a couple of the admiral's men, and they they tell you that you're clear to have your crew can walk the city at their leisure.
All right.
Laws are don't be a dick. And they kind of like sort of take the handle on the slaves and just start like introducing them to the place. You get the feeling that it's a fairly standard recruiting method that they use. Just like, oh, yep, you're free now. You can live here. You can be a sailor. You can just hang out here as long as you do work.
And don't be a dick.
And don't be a dick. Yep.
Are they're talking to the slaves on the galley right now?
Yep.
Okay, I just want to gather the crew.
All right.
Well, first I'm going to talk to Mr. Dibbs as the first mate, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So, before I just give all these slaves half a share, I'm going to let the crew put it to a vote. Seems a little authoritarian for me to just fuck off with the shares, you know?
I understand.
Oh, also Doomy. Doomy needs to be involved with that conversation, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's a
Or just like the entire officer corps.
he's a shareholder.
Right. Yeah. You get your officers together.
That's a big decision, a fair amount of money. So I figure we put it to a ship-wide vote.
Yes, that makes sense.
So gather the crew. I'll give him the spiel. So we've made a deal to more or less indefinitely rent out the war galley to the Admiralty here for a sum of 5,000 marks, plus a few extras on the side that will benefit the ship in the future. I know they're not part of our crew, but the slaves on the ship, I would like to give them all half a share, just so that we do not abandon them on this place. We killed a few of their number. They didn't want to be there. It feels like shit. So I want to give them some money. But it's not just up to me, it's up to all of us. So I'm calling a vote.
Can I assist with persuasion by like
Because I'm not
I don't
persuasive.
know, yelling like
Shit, this is...
at proper points,
Sorry, what are you yelling?
like amen or preach it or whatever they call.
You can be the hype mage.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Yep. So Robin, you can assist, and then Tara roll persuasion.
I got a 5. +1.
Hey, this feels shitty. We should give them some money, right?
Right.
Alright. Okay, I got a 6.
All right. Robin, give any bonus?
I got +1.
+1.
I counted that.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear. All right. So yeah, you do the whole speech, and there's some like murmurings as the crew kind of like converse about it, and then you do like a show of hands kind of thing.
I
So
assume the ship abstains from votes, right?
like the ship.
The ship shares.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So
I don't know how that works, but
it's like a so it's about a like 70-30 split for in favor. It seems like there's some like nods and stuff from your speech, like, yeah, that's fair, sort of thing. There's still some people that, like, they don't want to share their hard-earned cash. But they are in the minority.
Yep.
And it seems like most of the crew is okay with that decision.
Okay.
So that would, since there's 80 slaves, that would split this into 100 shares instead of 60 shares.
Okay.
This 5,000.
How are we doing on crew? Because they're not sailors, but they're probably pretty strong dudes.
Oh, they're definitely strong. They row.
I mean,
right? Like
we could offer them a full share if they want to stay on.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, they're not like particularly skilled right now, but yeah, they are stronger. They have a D8 in strength, and they don't have any skill in boating.
Ooh.
Mechanically speaking.
I mean,
or they probably have a D4 in boating. So they have to know something.
Right.
So they're not as good sailing sailors, but they're stronger, probably a little better at fighting with spirit. So yeah, you could offer a single share to and see if you wanted to recruit a couple of them.
Probably not the best idea because they're not boaters, but I totally want to do that. I'm totally into it. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Full share if you want to join the crew.
Right. It's the best idea.
100%. Right. Yep. So I'll go over and give that spiel to the free men.
How many slots do we have available?
Currently, it's 16.
16.
If you want to fill your crew to maximum capacity.
Hopefully, we don't need more than 6. No, hopefully, we don't get more than 16 offers.
Do you want to take as many as are interested? Up to 16.
Yeah.
I think
take the lot.
All right. Why don't you give me a persuasion roll, Tara, for just your recruitment speech, I guess.
All right. So I know we shot cannons at you and shit, but we're gonna give you half a share for the shit you went through with the galley and being a slave. If you want to join us, you get a full share, but you'll be part of the crew. Yeah.
I will say add +1 for your generosity.
Holy shit, that was apparently super well delivered. That puts me at a 12.
12, okay.
That rambling was amazing, apparently.
It's quite the well cadenced ramble.
So,
I mean, they probably just appreciate not being yelled at.
They're like, oh, she's not shouting, or you're shouting because you're on a ship, but
yeah, I mean,
not yelling, shouting,
pumping them up.
So of the 80 slaves, the vast majority of them just don't want to be involved with that sort of thing.
That's fair.
They just prefer to not risk their freedom.
FYI, we are not hiring you to row. Just letting you know. There will be no rowing unless you're on a longboat, but
that's why you got a 12, because you emphasized the lack of rowing. So of the ones that are sort of more interested in the kind of work that you provide, there are 11 who are willing to join your crew for a full share.
Okay, so I gotta do some math. So we have 60 shares already.
Yep. So that would bump you up to 71.
Plus 11 shares. Plus 69 over 2 shares.
Yep.
That's really gonna cut into the profit.
All right, so 105 shares. I'm willing to only take 1 share. Actually, I have money. I don't need shares.
Quite generous of you.
I'm gonna keep my. I already gave up one of my shares.
Yeah. And then the. Oh, we're still selling goods. So yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet.
Yep.
That they didn't help with any of the goods.
No, they don't get that.
They get galley shares, but not good shares.
Not except for the ones that join. Right.
Yeah, well, they'll get good shares.
Yeah. Part of the crew.
Oh.
Still a pretty decent chunk of cash for them.
Yeah, so it comes up to 4 marks per share.
Woo!
Oh no! Wait. Sorry,
Really?
that was 500, not 5,000.
Yeah, it's gonna hold on a second.
It's like
No, it doesn't.
5,000?
There we go. 48 marks per share.
Yeah.
All
So
right. That's actually more than I thought it would be.
I mean, it's 5,000 marks. That's still
Yeah.
divided by
Oh
100.
my god! Each of those slaves just has never owned money.
No.
Well, I mean,
All right, so here's
Well,
the fucking wildest town in the area in the entire ocean. Here's some money.
Yeah. That's
have a nice life.
to put it in perspective. That's like probably about a month and a half's salary of like a standard sailor or like laborer.
Oh, earmark though, because we don't actually have that money yet.
Yeah.
If
Right,
you want
yeah.
your money, you have to show up at the ship between 7 and 10 p.m. tonight. Otherwise,
There you
it's
go.
forfeited.
Yep, that works. I mean, they're all going to show up because money.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Sorry, I lied. 45 shares.
45 marks?
I forgot to pay back the money that the ship put up in provisions.
Ah, okay. So,
Can I go ahead and just enter this in as though we have the money, or should I wait?
yeah, you can. You will get the money.
Nothing will stop that.
Speaking
All right,
of,
and then I'm gonna add these guys to your crew.
nice.
So, now have 11 ex slaves. D6 fighting.
Oh, we got a real crew of scallywags now.
Athletics. D4. Yeah, you got mercenaries, pirates, ex-slaves. Hashim, who is also an ex-slave, but just that one guy, not one of the rowers.
Who is Ashim?
Hashim is the dock worker slave that you guys offered freedom in exchange for
Oh my
opening the
God.
back door to the.
Yep.
Oh, he bit off way more than he could chew.
He's
Also,
still
you're a
there.
pirate now. Is he part of our crew, or is he just
Yeah,
like...
he's part of your crew.
Yeah, way to
Okay,
go. Way to
I
step
could-
up.
I couldn't tell if he was like one of the slaves who's just like, yeah, I'm out. I'll live here, but I'm out.
No, he participated in the galley battle, and he's still
Oh
here.
my god, I forgot about that.
I mean,
that's awesome.
he doesn't really know how to fight, so like
That's okay.
he didn't
That's right,
actively participate, but he was on the ship.
We're like, risk your lives and help us, and then you can be on our ship, and then right away we're gonna go into battle. Don't worry about it. Fine.
Yep,
But now he has
He's-
a bunch of money.
he's having an adventure now.
Oh, yeah. Now he's living.
Yep.
All right. Investments been paid back. Ship's fund bit has been updated. Everyone got 45 marks per share.
Yep. So you guys both got, or you guys got 90 marks for your cut. All right. So let's see. I don't remember what time of day it was when you guys came into port. I think it was like mid-afternoon. So It's getting towards evening as you sort of sort out your crew and everything, and they.
Hey, question.
Yeah,
Did,
get all the logistics figured out.
Did any of the officer corps vote against the Slave Share Act?
Let me see. I'll remind myself who your officers are.
Two did, Mr. Dibbs and Robin.
Well, I'm greedy, so I would have.
Yeah.
I gave up my shares.
I know. Yeah, you did.
I wouldn't hold it against any officer, but I'm curious. As it is with public voting.
Fadil the cook did. Nobody else did. I don't know if he counts. I mean, he's an officer because he gets an extra share, I guess.
The cook led a mutiny in Treasure Planet, so we're gonna have to get rid of the cook. He wasn't good anyways, guys. He's gotta go.
Really?
I
thought he was really good.
Obviously. No, the doctor is really good.
Oh.
The cook is subpar.
Oh, alright.
I mean, he's alright. This is the cook that just smothers everything in lots of spices, right?
No, that's Kadek, the carrot. This cook he's like a self-professed gourmet chef, but like he doesn't really know how to cook with like sailing food that much, so
Oh yeah.
his food is just fine. You never actually had anything cooked by him that wasn't like naval provisions, so you don't actually know if he's a good cook or not.
So, FYI, we also only have one piece of interesting mail left, and that is the... Oh, no, we have two. The shipments of resources and the debtor's mail.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, what do you guys think? The shipment mail would be probably super valuable to these guys, but it's also kind of valuable to us.
What was the shipment mail again?
It contains requests for shipments of various resources back to Dracia, including jungle, hardwood, sugarcane, and spices. Expected delivery dates are also listed for each shipment.
Oh, yeah.
Although that...
are these delivery dates? Because this was 3 weeks ago.
We should have sent that... we should have sent that
To Pfizer.
back to Bahrain, so that they actually get the request for shipments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the dates are expected dates.
Right.
Since they don't have the mail. Like, I mean, you know that they want shipments of this, but they're...
Well, so roughly how long would it take for them to know that the mail didn't get there and then to resend a request?
A couple months, probably. It's quite a journey across the ocean, so...
So maybe we hold on to that for a while.
Yeah. You might not get the exact dates, but, like, you know that they want them, so, like, they will probably assume the ship was either lost at sea or attacked, and they will send another letter.
How far out are the dates on this letter?
On this letter, they expect them to arrive in Dracia in like probably like 3 months from now. So
a pretty
that
wide range of dates, or is that like it's all...
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on like how their logistics work.
So, I mean, it probably wouldn't be too infeasible to go ahead and send it to Bahrain now.
I don't think a lot of mail ships go out of Grey Harbor, though.
Yeah.
Maybe if we'd thought of this at Ketris.
Yeah, the Grey Harbor's not in the mail industry, really.
Oh well. Well, so maybe we'll just hold on to it until we get to a place where we could send it in the mail again and not attack the mail ship.
Sounds good. Alright, so I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Oh, I gotta go too.
Alright, we'll return in a little bit. Guys, figure out what we want to do next.
Alright. I'm gonna grab a drink.
I mean, I think we're all gonna grab a drink at the thirsty deserter.
Yeah, but I mean, Mike's gonna grab a drink.
Right, that makes sense. Well, I guess I'll grab food.
Alright, so we all go to the thirsty deserter, and we tear the place up.
I'm back.
Alright.
I'm also back.
I think Caleb is upstairs. So he's not back.
Jerk.
I know, right?
What a jerk face. Jerk face.
Yeah, I mean, your negotiations went pretty well, and Paul didn't even have to step in, so that's
Yeah.
impressive.
It was. The expert negotiator didn't need to get called
Yeah.
in.
I took that opportunity to grab some food.
Good opportunity to take. All right, so your crew is situated. The pay is worked out, although not quite received, and your future plans have been discussed a bit. But in the immediate future, what do you guys want to do? It's kind of getting towards evening. The sun's sort of low on the horizon. It was suggested that you go to the Thirsty Deserter to await your payment for the galley and maybe something else,
Yeah,
coincidentally.
I think that's where we're going.
Okay. Just gonna head straight there. Sounds good.
I'm gonna leave Paul on the ship though,
Alright.
somewhere where he can observe it.
And you're going to, I believe you said you're going to instruct Doomy to make sure the watch was especially vigilant.
Yeah, there's some dicks around. Watch
Yeah.
out.
Do we want to take that orb thing with us?
I don't think so. They know we stole it, but they don't know that we have it on the ship. Probably.
Most likely.
Yeah. And actually, yeah, it being protected by like 40 ruffians is probably actually better than it being protected by us.
Also, like, I don't know if they'd risk pissing off the Admiral by attacking us. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
So you're going to leave it on the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fine.
So you guys head over to the Thirsty Deserter, which is a somewhat hodgepodge structure, like a lot of the large structures in Grey Harbor. It's made out of like pieces of ship, just kind of like haphazardly hammered together. It doesn't look like they consulted very many architects in the construction of their town. But it's a pretty lively place this time of night. And there's a sort of like an extended like dockside sort of open air part of the bar with just like sort of benches and stuff. So you guys kind of come in, and nobody really looks your way too much. It's unlike a lot of the other cities in the Cursed Sea. There's a pretty diverse crowd of people in here, mix of Valish, Drassian, and a handful of Karaites even. Just kind of passing the time. But you guys just find a table and wait for your person to arrive.
Yeah, so.
All right, sounds good. So after a couple of hours, a pair of sailors kind of like walk in carrying a coffer, or one of them's carrying a coffer, and they kind of like sweep the crowd and they kind of like walk over to where you are, and the guy with the coffer just kind of like steps up and goes thunk, thunks it on the table and says, "There you go, Captain. The agreed upon rent payment or whatever."
Thank you, sailor. On your way.
And the other one's like, "Oh," and he pulls out like a folded piece of paper and says, "Whoops, I dropped this." Oh dear.
Dropped what? I'll take it and put it in my little leather jerkin thing.
And the pair of them just kind of like walk over to the bar. So, got your money, and you can just bring that back, and Doomy will deal with the the divvying out of the shares.
All right. Have we?
That's taken care
we've
of.
hung out here for an amount of time, or
Yeah, like about an hour, hour and a half. So it's
okay.
sort of towards nightfall now.
Well, let's go pay the men, I suppose.
All right. Go through doing that and getting your cut of the pay back on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Yeah. So yeah, that all goes according to plan. The slaves that or the ex-slaves now, you give them their share of things, and you welcome aboard the 11 who decided to join. They seem pretty enthusiastic. They like the cut of your jib.
Nice.
45 shares to or 45 marks to each of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that's all that taken care of. At this point, it's into dark. I mean, the night's still young for drinking and revelry, of course, but it is night has certainly fallen. What are you guys going to do now?
Like you said, drinking and revelry.
There's the legitimate acquisitions company,
That's what it
the
says.
Renegade Outfitters. We just went to the Hall of Admirals. We've gone to the Thirsty
We should
Deserter.
probably read the note that we found on the ground.
Oh yeah, I'm looking for places to drink, and then there's just like, oh, and this secret communication with the thing we're here for. I will. Let's go read that in the captain's quarters.
Captain's quarters. All right. It's a pretty clear cut message. It just says talk to Ruslan the Elder in the Kerjahat commune.
That's north. That's the
That's number 9 on the map.
which side of the docks are we on?
You are right here.
Well, we should probably head there immediately and find this Ruslan.
All right. Guys, are you guys the 3 of you going to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so with Knight fully
All with you this time.
take Paul with you. All right. Rah! Sneaking. So with night fully underway, the 3 of you set out to the Karajahat commune, sort of walking past the admirals, the Hall of Admirals, and down that way. Probably have to ask for directions. So you don't have a map, but there's people who are willing to do that. So upon getting there, you see this kind of like fairly open space, which is kind of like this. The ramshackle shacks in this area are a little bit differently styled, I guess, than the others. There's a lot more like small lean-tos and stuff, and they seem to be all kind of like spiraling around a central, like, larger shack. There is also a lot more like greenery. There's like small gardens and stuff that are surrounding the the lean-tos and campfires that kind of like dot around the field. And as you kind of approach the perimeter, you see that all of the people here are Karaites.
The name Kerjahat, that's a Karite thing, right?
Yep. Yeah, the Kerjahat are
The shadow.
the shadow kin of the Karaites.
Ah, my
The
people.
the Kersara are the light kin.
Each of them has their little
Yeah,
field.
they have their own field. They normally don't get along super well, so it's probably why that they have a bit of distance between them.
Good thing there's a genuine Kerjahat with us.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. So
quick question: is that whether or not you're a Kethra or a Kerajat? Is that like immediately evident to other Karites?
no, not usually.
So like I could try to pretend to be of the
Yeah.
other if I wasn't so despised by them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mainly based on like there are obviously there are tribes of Kerjahat and Kersara.
Mhm.
So back before the Drassians came, you knew just based off of like regional location, like that those guys, those Kersara over there. We know them. We know not to trust them. But it's
Right.
a little bit more muddled now with all the cities and civilization and stuff mixing everything up, and some Karaites losing their tribes or being separated. Also worth noting, Robin, as you kind of like enter in here, you don't see any like single like unified tribe iconography or symbols or anything. So it's likely that this is just like a mix of Karaites who either don't have a tribe anymore or aren't able to get back to them.
Okay.
Or don't want to, maybe. But as you guys approach